Give me one of them fancy arpeggio things that you do. It's not fair.
Oh, this is a good one.
Ooh, check you out.
All right, safe. Get out before we get out while you can. Oh my God, that's fun, man.
We're in your land right now. Tell us. You go.
Oh, you mean
we're on your channel?
You mean like South Alabama? It's 107 degrees out there today. Dude, it is a hot one, bro.
And 97 flies in here. We're doing construction and like every bug that's in Tennessee has flown into my studio.
You know what though? Even with all those variables, it's still a pleasure to come down here and hang with Brett. Every time, this is the most even-keeled human being that any of us know on the planet, which is just incredible.
You're the best.
How do you put up with all these guitar players?
You know, it's just awesome. I love people, so yeah. I love all types. You know, the only
had
thing
2 for lunch.
The only thing I ask of people, and the thing that makes me accepting of them, is if they just are who they are.
Yeah.
Up front. Yeah. If I know who you are, even if you're a spaz, and I know you're a spaz, but you're a truthful spaz.
That's a great point.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the real person than a fake any day.
I've been down here probably 300 times, and there's been a different person each time. Show up, probably, right? It's like,
they've all been great.
It's like, okay, well, which Guthrie, what mood are we going to get today? Anyway, I'm in a good mood, and man, thanks so much for having me. And apparently we've reached some sort of a milestone on this course.
Yeah, bro, 9,000, over 9,000 courses, which is freaking bananas, dude.
It's crazy.
But I will say this, and like I tell you all the time, I've literally met people all over the country that have come up and been like, bro, that Guthrie trap course. I'm like, what about mine? No, but so many people.
I call it the Brett Papa course.
So many people. They just, I think it's because it's how it's laid out. You know, you do a really good job, like foundation up, like your house analogy. And it's just something connected with people. And it's just really good. And all the things from hand positioning and everything that you go over, the vocabulary, the cage, like it's all in there. So
same thing happens to me, man. If I'm out and about, I get people all the time that come up and go, man, that course you did with Brett's really, really good. And I go, man, thank you for saying that. Thanks for supporting it. But I'll go, look, jokingly, I'll say, it turns out not knowing what you're doing proves to be a pretty good way to teach. Yeah. And all that means is I played a lot, and now that I'm 47 years old, I have a little bit of stuff I can share, just barely scratching the surface on it. I mean, everybody's barely scratching the surface on an instrument because it's endless. So I've just figured out a couple of things that work for me, and I will say that I think it's a pretty clear and concrete foundation. And I've talked to buddies that teach jazz out in Denver, and guys that are, monster guys that do know their theory, that have been to school, and they're great musicians and great players also. Sure. And they say, me and Jack were talking to a friend of ours the other night, and he goes, what you guys are teaching is it's the right way. For sure. This is the way that we look at playing the guitar, no matter what level you're on. If you're thinking too much, it's going to sound like it.
Well, and I'll say this, having worked with some of the best guitar players on the planet, every single one of them, the foundation of how they see the guitar is the exact same.
Yeah.
And so maybe a couple of them might know the modes. I mean, I'm talking like on one hand, as far as all the guitar players I've ever worked with, maybe 3 or 4 know actually modes and shapes and like the, pentatonic shapes and all that kind of stuff. It's like what you're saying. It's chords and knowing the information around the chords. And that's universally true for all the players.
And I think also it's like, for the record, I don't think that any theory or modes or anything, I don't think any of that information is wrong.
Sure.
It's the mindset behind it.
Well, you do it. Your ear does it anyway.
Yeah, and we're all, anybody that's playing any music that sounds like music is there's theory behind it. Sure. Right. But I'm saying the way that you approach it, if you're thinking about music too much, it's going to sound like it.
Well, and if you know to your point, if you know the information around the chords and you know what notes to hit, the important notes in the chords, you're going to play modally anyways.
Right. Yeah. And so the thing about modes is it's about, you're going to use, like I said, anybody that's playing music that sounds like music, they're using all that stuff, whether they know it or not. That's like Rick Beato. He goes, Guthrie talks about modes, and then he starts playing modes.
Yeah, right.
I go, but I'm not thinking in that, like, I'm not putting myself in the box of thinking like, okay, I'm just going to use this arpeggio here. Yeah. And then I'm going to switch to the scale. Then I'm going to use the mode over this. It's like, no, I'm just thinking about the chord that's going down in the song that I'm playing in real time. And since we've listened to a lot of different kinds of music, as soon as the music starts, you're pretty much able to go into that world if you're in a situation that you are able to add something in. Sure. I always go like this too. You can't make a mistake if you don't play anything. Right. So if Steely Dan, that's not going to ever happen. But if they were to ask me to come sit in, I would go, all right, guys, hey man, keep it simple. Can you take a couple of those chords? I don't know about this. Maybe just let me know when the solo comes up. But I would sit there in a situation like that. I'm just using that as an example. But if I get up with some bar band that wants me to sit in, I might not know their original song that they want to do. Right. So I would go, okay, guys, let's just do a funk tune. I've had a couple beers, I don't want to don't throw some crazy chord changes on me, because no matter how good you are, if you don't know the song, you can't play anything. Right. Because whatever I play over, if you played a chord, whatever I play over that chord eventually is going to be leading to another chord. Sure. And if I don't know what it is, or if you don't play the progression the same each time, I'm as lost as anybody at that point. Absolutely. So there's a consistency with this stuff that has to be maintained if you're going to be able to play confidently. But you want to get to a place to where you don't have to think about it all the time, because that's not going to, you're not going to have the flow, Yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of where I'm coming from with it. And just a lot of, like a river, a lot of nights in bars. Yeah. A lot of just flow, just the flow, man, like a leaf. You come to a rock, you go right around it. Totally. But yeah, a lot of nights at the Floribama, a lot of nights at Roberts, a lot of nights out on the road, and then lately, the Wednesday night gigs with the trio at the Underdog and the Fox Spot have been very liberating, because I've got complete freedom with that trio, which is so much you guys fun. Have to see that band. It's so good. It's just a blast. And they're making these acoustic. They're making the record with Uncle Larry, in stereo, and then just released yesterday the acoustic record, which you guys are all aware of out there. Very good. Yeah. Doing that stuff. I mean, we have to do the thing eventually. And so what we're talking about, all this, getting really super focused on gear and all this stuff, you can't forget to zoom out and go, okay, well, we got to do the thing. And if doing the thing for you is just doing this, well, then that's fine. Sure. That's doing the thing. But let's make some music and have some fun with this, because we don't have we don't have a lot of time here to waste. For sure. Things are moving fast. So let's put our energy into things that are actually going to get us to where we want to go. One final question. Sure. No math or science questions, please. How the hell did you handle that many nights on Broadway? And do you ever want to go down there again? Well, I'll give you the God's honest truth right here. So I went down, when I first moved to Nashville, I got an apartment for $500 a month on Music Row. Those days are gone. Those days are long gone. Yeah, right. I would drive right down DeMumbry down to Broadway, and I was able to park my car right in front of Robert's on a Saturday night.
Shut up,
and
dude.
If you didn't get a parking spot right up front, I was disappointed.
Yeah, right.
Park at the library and walk down. So it was different back then. There was just those few clubs.
That was when you could park down there.
That's when you could park right in front of the front door.
Oh my God.
And so now you can't even get a helicopter down there. But but like, you know, so I'd go down there and I'd stand in the doorway. And because I knew like Don Kelly was the band you wanted to play in, and I didn't know anything else to do. I thought, well, shit, I'll go hang out with these guys. And I stood in that doorway every night it felt like a couple months. Maybe it was longer, maybe, I don't know. But I knew all the guys, and I'd stand there and drink Shiner Bock beer and got to know everybody. And I would always tell Don, like, hey man, if you need a sub for this gig, I can do it. I just left a band on the Gulf Coast doing similar stuff.
Sure.
Know? And it was 2 guitars and bass and drums, and I was playing Telecaster on the Gulf Coast, doing all the same kind of music, you know, roots stuff and some up-tempo stuff. And so Don goes, man, we don't ever let anybody sit in, man, you know. But I was getting to be friends with them, you know. And so one night we were standing out on the sidewalk. Me and Don were talking on the sidewalk, and this guy walked up that I'd known from the Frank Brown Songwriters Festival down in Floribama.
Okay.
And this guy, he wrote a couple hits, and he was walking down the sidewalk, and he stopped and he goes, hey, he knew Don. He goes, hey Don, he goes, you know this guy? And Don goes, no, but he comes down here every weekend. And Joe goes, you need to let him sit in sometime. And Don goes, all right. And dude, right then, Don goes, bring your guitar down next Sunday.
No way.
So Sunday was kind of an off night. You know?
Okay.
They would do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then Don would like play bass with another band on Sunday or something.
Okay.
I don't know what it was, but I came down. Ended up coming on like a Sunday, 6, 7 o'clock at night. Kenny Vaughn was playing, and I didn't even bring a Telecaster. I brought a hollow body, Guild.
No way.
I took a Guild archtop hollow body down there. And Don loved it because it was something different. And he liked the blues.
Oh, okay.
And I'd gotten deep into the blues at that point with the West Coast jump blues and all that stuff. And so we played some stuff, and he could tell. Like I had done my homework with a few of those styles already. And about 2 weeks later, I think I went down and sat in again.
Okay.
And then a couple weeks after that, Don goes, hey man, Johnny's leaving this gig. He goes, if you want it, it's yours.
Was it Johnny Highland?
Yeah.
No way.
So Don goes, Johnny's leaving. If you want this gig, you can have it. Nobody's ever hired me in this town. They've always just said, if you want this gig, you can have it.
Yeah.
Same thing with all those other guys. It was never, hey, you're hired. It was very like, hey, if you want the gig,
yeah,
up to you. It's yours. You know, I was like, okay, this is an interesting way to do it, but whatever. So then, so I started going down there and playing, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And we never rehearsed. It was just show up and play for 4 hours.
Shut up.
He gave me one cassette tape of Johnny playing with that band that I could barely hear.
Oh, dude.
He goes, you don't have to spend a lot of time on this, but if you want to hear some of the stuff Johnny was doing with the band and some of the songs, he goes, here's a tape. Well, dude, the tape was like 30 years old.
Oh my God.
I could barely hear anything. It was real, like, I could barely hear it. And I was like, I'm not listening to this.
Sure.
So I didn't listen to the tape very much. And I just went down there and started playing the band. And forgive my language for this, but I was playing something, you know, and I was on the front pickup, Telecaster, you know, I'm on the front pickup. And in the middle of the night, it's packed in there. Robert's is packed. And right in the middle of the whole thing, I'm playing like a fill or something, you know, or maybe a solo, and I'm on the front pickup. It was like a country shuffle or something. And Don like looks over at me in the middle of the whole crowd, and he screams, "Back pickup, motherfucker!" And I just go, "Yes, sir." I threw it on the back pickup and kept rocking on, but it was just like, oh my God, it was that kind of shit. Stuff wasn't subtle back then.
Sure.
It was like, dude,
like Buddy Rich.
People are screaming at me.
Oh, for sure.
Michael Rhodes and Don.
Bro, which is a whole other character. Yeah, exactly.
But you knew that they respected you or they wouldn't have done
sure.
that.
Yeah.
They're gonna walk out on somebody else, but if they care about you, and I was gaining those guys' respect back then. When I showed up in Nashville, all I wanted to do was have the respect of the guys that I respected and
sure.
I thought were the cats.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know what making money. I didn't even need. I was like, I don't know, man. I guess I'm just gonna keep trying to afford an apartment here. And
You're making beers.
I don't know, man. I didn't know what to do. I was like, I don't know where this is going. I never had a plan. It was all blind faith. I just kept working. I didn't get married. I didn't have any kids, not by design, or I never knew that I was supposed to do those things.
Sure. Yeah.
All I knew is I had this, and
Yeah.
I was going to Nashville, and I'm going to see how far I can take this.
The rest is history.
And here we are, and we're trying to still go. We're still going.
Dude,
You know,
after all these years.
it's just now now I'm able to take my parents on, vacations and things like that really mean a lot to me. So, all this hard work is paid off. So,
By the way, if you ever get
health.
to go hang out with Guthrie, I don't think I've ever met a person that knows more people. Like, no matter where we Guthrie. It's like, it's fun though, because no matter where you want to go in town, it's like you just pop right in.
well, those days are kind of coming to an end. I mean, there was a period here for a while where I knew every bartender
Sure.
and waitress in this whole city. And then but man, in the past couple of years, I've slowed down a little bit
Sure.
as I've gotten busier and older.
Right.
But there's so many new places now.
Oh, it's
that
wild.
I can't keep up. Every time I look at my Instagram, I go, Jesus Christ, there's 15 new restaurants that just opened and 10 new hotels. And I haven't had a chance to check any of them out.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, all those restaurants now that are in Wedgwood, Houston, that Greek
Yeah.
place, and there's new Italian. I mean, it's like, there's like 10 new restaurants just in that neighborhood that I
And they're
haven't checked out
good.
yet. Yeah,
Freaking
you've been
Abba, bro.
Abba.
Do yourself a favor. Get
Yeah,
on the
man.
wait list.
All right, guys. Well, look, as Brett said, I kind of forgot in the beginning because we did a video for his channel. So check that out. And then this was our little video for my channel. So we're cross-pollinating here. And so anyway, yeah, there's a sale on the course.
Yep. 50% off, 53% off.
53% off. The original price is
give 'em a link below.
$129. The sale price is $60.63. We got a bunch of other stuff in the works.
Yep.
We're not over. It's not over yet.
By the way, thank you, everybody,
Big
so
thanks.
much for all the support. It's been amazing.
Big thanks. Yeah, thanks, man.